If the flood escapes this halo, it will of course consume all viable hosts in this galaxy. Why, naturally, the flood is simply too dangerous to release, and mass sterilization protocols may again need to be enacted. Of course, samples were kept here after the last catastrophic outbreak, for study. It seems that decision may have been an error. I would conjecture that the other species currently on the installation are responsible for releasing the flood. They seem most persistent in their attempts to access restricted areas. We must collect the index before we can activate the installation. We are near the index chamber. Follow me. The index is naturally our first priority. We cannot activate the installation's failsafes without the index. We must make our way to the transcript on the other side. Ineffective weapons to combat the flood, despite the containment protocols. Containment failure. System integrity at... Oh, the audacity! You can see how the body has been transformed by the genetic restructuring of a flood infection. The small creatures carry spores that cause a host to mutate. The mutated host initiates the spores that can pass the flood to others. It is insidious and elegant. As long as any hosts remain, the flood is... First access. Curious. A failsafe has been tripped on this portal. I must attend to it. Oh, my apologies. Per protocol, this area must be sterilized before we can proceed. Curious. A failsafe has been tripped on this portal. I must attend to it. Oh, my apologies. Per protocol, this area must be sterilized before we can proceed. This portal is blocked. Apologies. We will need to reroute. Follow me. Where did I put that subroutine? Do not fret, Reclaimer. I shall return. did survive. How delightful. These sentinels will supplement your combat system. Oh, I suggest you Full containment failure expected in 15 cycles. Pardon me. A plasma conduit reach insertion 5524 has disrupted power flow to a preventive maintenance system. Please require my attention. I will return, sir. We can't stop here, Reclaimer. System integration is proceeding as expected. Please be patient. My task is more delicate than you can imagine. Concluding operations. Facilities are, of course, public friendly. Perhaps you will have time to reacquaint yourself to these. That evaluation subject should not be ambulatory. Sterilization field integrity will require extensive recalibration. Exemplified containment and sterilized. You may have encountered logs and communications of this brief's history, Reclaimer. I hope their contents are edifying. I will deactivate the security lock. Wait here. As per protocol, the illuminated markers will direct your progress. Follow diligently. Presenting my full status report once we deal with this outbreak. I must reset the backup unit. Please continue on. I will rejoin you when I have completed my task. Did you miss me? Security breach detected. Multiple methods. Remember, these are let's have the complete record of 74 inhabitants. Containment options. Don't The flood will spread from planet to planet, consuming the charm of this facility is lost on the less enlightened. Would you not agree? If this is the end, then sterilization protocols. I will prepare to ensure security safeguards are intact. We must continue. This way, please. Local sentinels are out of compliance and require my attention. I will rejoin you soon. Area surrounding. You may now retrieve the index. Protocol requires that I take possession of the index for transport. Your organic form renders you vulnerable to infection. The index must not fall into the hands of the flood before we reach the control room and activate the installation. The flood is spreading. We must hurry. Which means that any organism with sufficient mass and cognitive capability is a potential vector. On that point, all the tests were conclusive. Is something wrong?
No. Nothing.
Splendid. Shall we? Unfortunately, my usefulness to this particular endeavor has come to an end. Protocol does not allow units with my classification to perform a task as important as the reunification of the Index with the core. That final step is reserved for you, Reclaimer. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Oh, really?
Cortana.
12 hours. 12 hours I've been stuck in here, watching you cozy up to that thing while it sharpens the knife to slit our throats.
Hold on. He's a friend.
Oh, I didn't realize. He's your pal, is he? Your chum? Do you have any idea what that bastard almost made you do?
Yes. Activate Halo's defenses and destroy the Flood, which is why we brought the Index to the control sector.
You mean this?
A construct in the core? That is absolutely unacceptable!
And yet...
What impertinence! I shall purge you at once!
You sure that's a good idea?
How dare you! I'll...
Do what? I have the Index. You can just float and sputter.
Enough! The Flood is spreading. If we activate Halo's defenses, we can wipe them out.
You have no idea how this ring works, do you? Why the Forerunners built it? Halo doesn't kill Flood, it kills their food. Humans, Covenant, whatever. You're all equally edible. The only way to stop the Flood is to starve them to death. And that's exactly what Halo is designed to do. Wipe the galaxy clean of all sentient life. You don't believe me? Ask him.
Is it true?
More or less. Technically, this installation's pulse has a maximum effective radius of 25,000 light years. But once the others follow suit, this galaxy will be quite devoid of life. Or at least any life with sufficient biomass to sustain the Flood. But you already knew that. I mean, how couldn't you?
Left out that little detail, did he?
We have followed outbreak containment procedure to the letter. You were with me each step of the way as we managed this crisis.
Chief, I'm picking up movement.
Why would you hesitate to do what you've already done?
We need to go, right now.
Last time you asked me, if it were my choice, would I do it? Having had considerable time to ponder your query, my answer has not changed. There is no choice. We must activate the ring.
Get us out of here!
If you are unwilling to help, I will simply find another. Still, I must have the Index. Give your construct to me, or I will be forced to take her from you.
That's not going to happen.
So be it. Save his head. Dispose of the rest.
Look out! We can't let the monitor activate the ring. We have to stop him. We have to destroy Halo. According to my analysis of the available data, I believe the best course of action is somewhat risky. An explosion of sufficient size will help destabilize the ring and will cut through a number of primary systems. We need to trigger a detonation on a large scale, however. A starship's fusion reactors going critical would do the job. I'm going to search what's left of the Covenant battle net and see if I can locate the Pillar of Autumn's crash site. If the ship's fusion reactors are still relatively intact, we can use them to destroy Halo. I haven't located the crash site yet, but we need to buy some time in case the Monitor or his Sentinels find a way to activate Halo's final weapon without the index. The machinery in these canyons are Halo's primary firing mechanisms. They consist of 3 phase pulse generators that amplify Halo's signal and allow it to fire deep into space. Power levels are enormous. I can't even begin to calculate the pulse's range. So if we damage or destroy these generators, the Monitor will need to repair them before Halo can be used. That should buy us some time. I'm marking the location of the nearest pulse generator with a nav point. We need to move in and neutralize the device. Commandeer that Banshee. We'll need it to reach the pulse generator in time. Let's get moving. The nav point marks our target. That's the pulse generator. The center core is the signal amplifier. That's what we need to shut down. There should be 3 power conduits nearby. Focus your attention there. Objective accomplished. The pulse generator has overloaded. Scanning. The generator's central core is offline. Well done. The second pulse generator is located in the adjacent canyon. Move out and I'll mark the target with a nav point when we get closer. Warning, incoming flood.
Behold!
Let's take care of the next port generator. Same as the last generator, we need to destroy the 3 power conduits. did it. The pulse generator overloaded. One more to go. I've located the Pillar of Autumn. She put down 1,200 kilometers upwind. Energy readings show her fusion reactors are still powered up. The systems on the Pillar of Autumn have failsafes even I can't override without authorization from the capsule. The code is stored in his neural implants. We'll need to find him to start the fusion core detonation. That tunnel leads to the next section of canyon. The final pulse generator we need to destroy is through there. One target remaining. Let's take care of the final pulse generator. Final target neutralized. Let's get out of here.
Let's find a ride and get to the captain.
No, that'll take too long.
You have a better idea?
There's a teleportation grid that runs throughout Halo. That's how the monitor moves about so quickly. I learned how to tap into the grid when I was in the control center. Unfortunately, each jump requires a rather consequential expenditure of energy.
Something tells me I'm not gonna like this.
I'm pretty sure I can pull it from your suit without permanently damaging your shields. Needless to say, I think we should only try this once.
Do it.